Okay.
Go ahead, Mr. Ching Yu.
Hello, and as here we are at the tail end of the Business Lifestyle Summit. We've had an amazing 20 over hours. What was it? 22 and a half hours with all of you in the community. We've learned plenty throughout this session. Okay, so just a quick summary, going through all of the speakers that we've spoken with today. At the beginning, it was me and our CTO, Nicholas McIntosh, who was kicking off the session, sharing with you the importance of having your tech stack. So that you can have that business lifestyle, right? So make sure you go to grooveasia.cm to get your free accounts. And get all of the apps that you need in your modern day digital marketing business, right? And then we had Karen who shared with us the developing digital skills to transform your life and the lives of those around you. If you want to change the world, you have to change yourself as well, and you need the digital skills to succeed in the world of business today. And then Nicholas shared with us critical thinking, adaptability, initiative, and drive, right? Bring it all together to that you have the power to and the drive to succeed in your business. But not only that, to think critically and adapt to all of the different challenges that you will face as an entrepreneur. Then we have Bill and Michael who shared with us magnetic habits, attractions, laws for entrepreneurs to attract opportunities into your life. And then Simon who shared with us how to start an online business so that you stop procrastinating and really start taking action, right? And then, of course, we had Lara Gray who shared with us turning breakdown stress into breakthrough success, because we all have a choice. When you're stressed out, you can either use that energy to break yourself down or to build yourself up. Then we had Tyra, Sandy, and Karen who shared with us how you can transform from a victim mentality to a victorious mentality while creating a life of ease. And then Trader Rob, who shared with us pronoia versus a paranoia mindset. All right. If you find yourself paranoid, tap into the pronoia mindset. It is a choice and based on your focus. Michael also came back to share with us strategies on content marketing and how it's a powerful tool for your own personal launch. Peter shared with us exactly how you can have the entire build out for your own e-commerce and store. How powerful is that? If you missed out on that session, make sure you watch that, right? And then, of course, I shared with you how you can get started with crypto trading and how it actually applies in your business as well. Because having the lens of understanding how the economy works, you are able to become a better decision maker and entrepreneur within any environment. Then Nicholas came back to share with us how you can start an online course by using our Groove member platform. Step by step is very easy, right? Remember, it's one step at a time. Don't overcomplicate things. Then Tak Tak shared with us how graphics impact your business. We live in a very visual world. Graphics is also so important to attract the attention of your clients and to drive them towards taking action in your business. And then Lara, who ended our session by sharing with us, power up with your power vows. How is it that you can hypnotize yourself with very simple steps and strategies? You can tap into your subconscious mind and to flow effortlessly towards your goals, right? And then here we are right now. For those of you again who know me, I'm Ching Yu Tan, the Chief Marketing Officer of Groove Asia and Summit, and we are here with Simon, who is our CEO over here in Groove Asia and a partner in many exciting projects. Yeah. So Simon, yes, what would you like to share with us as we um, go into this final leg?
Yeah, so let's go ahead and thank you, Chingy, by the way. Let's go ahead and address the elephant in the room. Obviously, technical issues, obviously, things are not going as well as they should be going, because this is the real world, right? This is not just some fabricated video where we pre-record everything and everything is designed to be done spectacularly and perfectly, and here you go, here is the final presentation. The reason why we're doing this event in the first place, yes, a ton of it is all geared towards, hey, let's figure out the best possible way that we can deliver massive value. After all, that's what Groove Asia is all about, isn't it? Our motto is to achieve freedom by changing lives around the world together. And so, with that, you can imagine that as part of our leadership team, as a part of everything that all of our fellow leaders are doing, all that we have planned for you is designed to help enrich your life and to help you. But just as much as all of this was done for you, in actuality, it's done for us. It's done for us to practice what we preach as a team. Over the last several months, we've put in a lot of work, training, putting together a lot of workshops, and bringing together a lot of experts from around the world to make sure that our proteges become qualified members of our partnership team, to ensure that they're qualified to work alongside with us, to be able to revenue share and be stakeholders in our companies. I'm sure you can imagine none of this can be done overnight. And so, over the past several months, we talked about leadership. We've trained on those topics. We shared how to be a mentor, how to be a coach, how to be a professional speaker, speaking on the stages, how to be a trainer, sales professionals, how to transform yourself into the best version of you that you possibly can be. So I'm sure you can imagine and you can understand none of that can be done overnight. So as a result, we continue to groom ourselves, right? We've been involved in a lot of different events where sometimes I would take the lead, sometimes Chin Yu would take the lead, sometimes our co-founder of Groove Asia and the founder of Summit, Mr. Zhang Cheng, he would take the lead. This is one of the first times where we just put everything into the control of our protege member teams. Okay, so what that means is that as much for this was done for you, a lot of it was done for us, because just like how in school you learn a lot of things, you learn a lot of textbook stuff, right? Teachers can teach you a lot of topics and subjects, but nothing, and I mean nothing, is going to prepare you for the real world, right? Nothing is going to replace that experience. Nothing is going to replace actually doing. And so this is great. The fact that so many things went wrong and so few things went as perfectly as we had planned. This is the best possible outcome that we can possibly plan for, because this prepares us as a team for the real world, right? We know that in live events, and Chin Yu can tell you this, we've done tons of them, online events, offline events, local events, global events. We've traveled, and I'm sure Chin Yu can share with you his own personal horror stories of traveling all the way to certain places just to be rejected at customs and having to come back. Lots of great things. And again, none of this can be made up, right? Real world stories, real world experiences, Murphy's Law. If things can go wrong, they absolutely will. So, hey, that's why we say have different things where you want to have backups. Don't try and do this by yourself. Have a team, work together, practice, be as prepared as you can. As much as we prepare, though, with different kinds of issues that may or may not come up, a lot of times life, they like to give us that little curveball, right? And say, hey, I know that you weren't expecting this, but here you go. Let's see how you handle it, right? And so moments ago, our entire feed got cut off. right? Without expecting it and without really understanding why Facebook may do this, but after every 8 hours, they decide that they want to cut off a live feed. And so, for all of us who are here and experiencing for the very first time, and they're like, oh man, Facebook just cut off our feed. What do we do? Now, in the ideal world, all you need to do is go back into the stream and restart it. We've done this over and over and over again, and it's worked perfectly fine. But for whatever reason, for this particular event, it decided to creep up on us, right? And same things when it came to different streams on YouTube, different streams on a variety of other platforms. They don't work out as they seem. And up until moments ago, the entire feed restreamed. The actual platform that we're using to multi-stream into everywhere, right? They decide to cut us off entirely. So again, if things can go wrong, they will go wrong. But it's not about things going wrong. It's not even about how to avoid things going wrong. Yes, you can be as prepared as you possibly can, but all those curveballs are going to be thrown at you, right? I shared about how personal things in my family happened over the past several months, and that's why I had to change plans, right? And over 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago now, when the entire world changed, all of us had to change plans, right? My own personal businesses, offline businesses that have been running for the better part of 15 plus years, all absolutely collapsed overnight because we couldn't travel anymore. We couldn't meet people anymore. I couldn't do seminars anymore. I couldn't go on the stages anymore. I couldn't travel the world and go on planes anymore, right? So things will happen in life, in business, and nothing in textbooks that you learn in class, that you learn in school, that you even learn in our personal trainings that we give you is going to prepare you for the real world. Things happen, right? And so with that, another blessing in disguise, because I think that this gave us as a team a huge, tremendous opportunity to come together as a group, as partners. You know, like in the middle of the night when things went wrong at 3:30 a.m. our time, Chinyu decided that, hey, I'm just gonna wash my face and brush my teeth, put on my jacket again, and impromptu, right? Like split second decision, things aren't working technologically. We need help. He jumps on live and he goes on it and saves the day, right? Let's give Chinyu a big round of applause for doing that because no one else at that point in time, myself included, I was kind of like, watching this and in the dark and was not prepared to go on live because I wasn't even at my computer anymore. But before I can even say or volunteer my time and say, okay, hang on, give me like 3 minutes or 5 minutes, something like that, Chinyu already volunteered himself, right? So that I didn't have to. That's why we need to have a team. And so, of course, as Chinyu is up there and he's kind of like figuring out things to say, we throw him questions and we throw him topics and we gave him different things as he, tries to buy time. This is true to life experience that you are watching us doing, right? So why is it a great experience for us? Because we get to solve problems in real time. The pressure is on. The camera is on, right? We're live streaming and the world is watching us, whether in real time or whether it's going to be in the recordings, but the world is watching. And in the real world, in real life, somebody is always watching, right? You might think that, oh, if I don't do this or if I'm not a part of that and whatever else, nobody really is going to know. But you know whom you will never be able to run away from? Yourself. You know that you didn't do it. You know that you didn't do the right thing. You know that you could have done better or put in more effort or done something else. And while you think no one else knows and no one else might be watching, maybe not every single move, everyone can see how you're performing. They can see whether or not you're at the meetings, you've attended the trainings or not, right? They can see whether or not you took action on things that everyone knows, including yourself, you know that you should be doing. And you know what? You will never be able to run away from the impending consequences. You will never be able to hide from the results. If you are a big part of everything that we are doing as part of the team, the entire team will know whether or not you're present, whether or not you've put in the effort, and we can see if you are causing the problems, how you're dealing with the problems, or whether you're solving the problems, right? These experiences, these problems happen, and as a result, leaders are born. This is how we craft up leaders. I don't remember who it was that mentioned this. It might have been you, Ching Yu. It might have been somebody else, but I think it was you, right? You mentioned, was it Joel Bauer? He says, when things go right, and I'm ad-libbing, right? But I'm paraphrasing. But when things go right, everyone's obviously very happy. Everyone's, in great spirits, and everyone's, in support of everyone, and it's just a great environment. But your true self and everyone's true self is going to reveal themselves when things are not perfect, right? When things go wrong, when there are problems and issues that need to be resolved, do you then step up? Do you then become a part of your team? Do you then demonstrate that you are that leader that you are destined to be? Or do you make a U-turn and walk away because it's the easier thing to do? Because it was just so much simpler to just walk away, to find other things that you want to do, to find other partners that you want to work with. When things don't go your way, newsflash, this is a part of life. Nothing is ever going to be perfect. As prepared as you think that you will be for the inevitable, right? I'm going to make sure that this business is going to take off. I'm going to make sure that everything goes right in this 24-hour live stream event marathon thing that we are doing as a team. We got each other's backs, right? Everything's going to happen perfectly. But who can predict that technology is going to let us down, right? So as prepared as you will be or can be, your true self is going to reveal itself when these problems actually happen. So are you going to be somebody that steps up like Ching Yu did at 3:30 a.m. and say, hey, let me take care of this, right? Or are you going to be somebody who tries to run away? Are you going to be somebody who says things aren't going to be perfect? I'm going to find something else to do. Because if you cannot handle one small situation, how are you going to expect to handle something else when the next thing goes wrong? Are you then going to run away from that and find something else? And when something else don't go your way again, are you going to run away from that and try to find something else? The way that you handle your issues, the way that you handle things in life is going to be 100% determining how you will handle everything in your life, right? As they say, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if that's your personality, if that's the way that you deal with issues, right, then it's going to be a very, very tough road ahead, and you better pray and you better hope and wish upon all the luckiest stars in the world that the next thing that you want to embark on is something where luck is on your side and everything just so happens to work perfectly for you for the rest of your life. Hey, it can happen, but chances are it won't. So what you're seeing right now, over the past close to 24 hours now, we're quickly approaching the 23-hour mark, albeit, different things going down and audio not working and videos not playing and the stream going dark, whatever else. But it was close to 24 hours ago that we went on live for the very first time to welcome all of you to the Business Lifestyle Summit. Can you imagine? How much has happened over the past 24 hours? You think that one day, like in one day's time, nothing can change. We say all the time, right? Rome was not built in one day. And if you think that you're going to be successful overnight, you have something else coming. But in reality, your progress, a lot can happen in 24 hours. Take, for example, right? What happened over the past 24 hours. As time went on, we learned a lot about ourselves. We learned a lot about each other. We learned about what we would do in certain situations when problems happen, how we would resolve those problems, how we work together as a team, whom we can depend on and whom we cannot. We learned that yes, 24 hours is impossible for everybody to stay up the entire time. And so we learned teamwork, right? We learned that we can depend on our fellow men, our fellow women, and fellow team members because they've got our back. They're here for us. And just the same, we are there for them. When technical glitches happen and I cannot get my microphone to work or I cannot get my webcam to turn on and I need to buy time, right? I need to restart my computer. There he is, Mr. Ching Yu, holding down the fort once again, right? And sharing the summary of everything that's been happening, answering questions, and just really having that interaction. This is as a result of somebody who has experience solving problems, who has experience holding down the fort, who has experience with knowing what to do in times of crisis. And again, you're not going to be able to learn how to do that from a textbook, from a training, from a class. This has to happen in real world experience. And in many cases, it took us lots of events, lots of classes, lots of workshops to learn, oh, this might go wrong and that might go wrong, and we don't handle it very well this time. But the next time that happens, we'll be more prepared. And then the next time it does happen, we handle it like champs, right? Just like what Ching Yu, as a result of his experience, has been able to bring for us. And so as you watch, right, what you're seeing is things in action. What you're seeing is the real world. You're seeing that we are practicing what we preach. You're seeing teamwork. You're seeing action takers. You're seeing that we are doing things together. And I want to imagine that internally, for our team, if let's say the next time something similar happens and it happens to be a time when Ching Yu isn't there, right? Maybe he's resting, maybe he is traveling, maybe he's responsible for doing something else, then one of our leaders, right, now you will have adapted and you would expect this and you would say, if this should happen, right, now it's my turn. I will come out and save the day this time, like Mighty Mouse, right? Here I am to save the day, Mighty Mouse, right? We can all be the Mighty Mice team, right? Because that's what happens in this. And we learned a lot in this 24-hour period. And if you don't think that a lot can happen in 24 hours, I want to invite you to go watch the 24, the series with Jack Bauer, right? The Kiefer Sutherland series. So many things happen in a 24-hour period. Like, you can be having a great day one time, and then terrorists can come, and before you know it, your wife gets kidnapped, and then by the end of the day, she dies. And then with so many things that happen, the president gets assassinated. I mean, if you watch that show, you know exactly what I mean. So many things, a world can completely be flipped upside down in a matter of 24 hours or less than that. We need to prepare for that. We need to prepare, hopefully nothing as dramatic as that, but we know that things can happen in a blink of an eye, right? In a blink of an eye, in a snap of a finger, before you know it, things will happen that are unexpected. They can be good, they can be bad, but as a team, we need to know how to work together and get through it together, right? As we went on and created this brand new room for all of us to join, right? We see, all of some of the mentors and the coaches and the trainers in the chat right now, right? Laura and Peter and Tyra and Nicholas, all of whom previously were right here inside in the green room, in the background with all of us, but for whatever reason, right, not all of them can be reconnected back. So now it's me and Ching Yu, and if things go wrong, and George is here as well, but not everybody is back here again, right? We need to know that when things happen, a reset button may be clicked, and things have to be restarted. And whatever it was that we planned, they don't necessarily give us the opportunity to go through as originally planned. And this is why, as a team, we always stress on the fundamentals. We don't say, hey, here are the FAQs. Hey, this is what you should do if this happens, and you try to create a scenario in your head and put this all down in a spreadsheet. This is everything that might happen. This is what you should do. If we're in a live coaching session and we answer questions, we do have a list of FAQs so that we can prepare ourselves and say, if this question is asked, then maybe this is something that we want to respond. But here's the thing. There will be times when things happen that are not on your list. There will be times when people ask questions that's not on the FAQ. The reason why we teach you skills and not teach you what you need to do in certain scenarios is because with those skills, we're teaching you the fundamentals, the core of what it is that you need to do. And with these experiences, right? Now we know what it is that we need to do should things go wrong, should things not go our way. Because I'll tell you, they will happen time and time and time again. And so in a 24-hour period when everyone is expected to be on live and to deal with technology, not knowing, there could be load shedding in South Africa where the electricity goes out. You might not be in South Africa, but the electricity goes out in your house. That can happen. The Wi-Fi may go down. Restream might go down. Facebook live streaming might go down. Things can go wrong. What do? Are you going to get into problem solving mode, or are you going to let that stop you? Because if you let this stop you, you're going to let everything in life stop you. How you do one thing is how you will do everything. If you decide that you're going to put in half your efforts in one thing, in the promotions, in the sharing, in the marketing, in learning how to do certain things, right? Things that we need to do as a team, things that we need to do together as a group, as a community. You know that you're supposed to be promoting something, but you don't. You know that you're supposed to be, practicing and taking action consistently, but you don't. You know that you should be at a meeting, but you don't show up with a really, 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 really good reason, right? Then again, how you do one thing is how you're going to do everything. The truth to life is that as great as things might be, good times don't last forever, right? And I'm going to be very, very transparent at this point in time because I'm going to be sharing something that many people might not know. And I'm going to be sharing something that maybe, just maybe, our partners don't want us to reveal as well. But for many of us in the Groove community, and I'm not even talking about just Groove Asia or Groove Brazil, I'm talking about Groove HQ. We know that Groove HQ is a tremendous, tremendous company, right? They got the marketers, the veterans of the world who know exactly what it takes to generate $50,000 to $100,000 every day if they wanted to. At times, they generated $1 million in a single day. At times, they were generating, in their very first year, they created a $35 to $50 million business, right? They know what they're doing. And that happened in the very first year. But some of you might know, right? For those of you who are like on the inside with us, for example, Qing Yu and John Chong, when we have meetings with Mike Phil Same, and when we have meetings with Donna Fox, we know that not everything happens perfectly, right? Sometimes some of the founders or some of their partners, they decide that they want to leave the company, right? Sometimes the tools don't work out very well. Sometimes their plans and the projections or a launch don't go as well as they originally planned. So as great as a company as they are and as successful as they are, things don't always go right? Things don't always go perfectly. And what we have seen and what I have seen, right, is that when things go extremely well, just like what Qing Yu was sharing in regards to that Joel Bauer quote, right? Everyone was excited. Yay, Groove. I'm so excited and so proud to be a part of this community, a part of this company. Why? Because they were making money, right? Because they were getting paid and things were going well. But the multiple times over the past 2.5, 3 years, when a roller coaster of a ride, which is inevitable for any business, I don't care who you think you are. You can be Elon Musk. You can be what's that guy's name? The Facebook guy, right? Whatever.
Mark
What's his
Zuckerberg.
name? Mark Zuckerberg, right? You can be the multi-billionaires of the world, of all the tech companies. You can be Larry and Sergey. And I can tell you, right, when I was working at Google, Google was constantly the number one tech company in the world. And they were constantly generating multiple billions every single day. But internally, I knew that there were ups and downs to those days as well in that company. So, as successful as you think that you might be right now, or that you intend to be, or as well as things might be going well in regards to everything that you're doing, right? Just know that it may not be like that all the time. And so what we saw inside of Groove, right? When things were going well, everyone was happy. But at the very first sign of certain issues that might happen, at the very first sign that different things were not going as planned, right? They don't even want to deal with the dip, knowing that the dip is also temporary. But at the first sign of a crisis, we have seen people leave the company. We have seen people leave the community and decide that they want to chase after something better, seemingly, or another opportunity that they felt maybe is a better fit for them at that time because they happen to be, at the top side of the roller coaster at that point in time. But guess what? Even after they left at the top, right? That company then take a dip and they were not there anymore when we went back up again. Groove as a community. So how you deal with problems and how you deal with certain situations is going to 1000% define the kind of success you will have and the kind of person that you are. Expect that things will go wrong, but the bigger question is, how will you deal with that? If you're finding things that are great in your own business, in your community, and you decide to turn your back and you decide to not pay attention to something else, right? Then who's going to be there for you when things go wrong for your own in that business, when you weren't there for somebody else, right? In this world, it is very much a give and take type of community. And as much as we give here in Groove Asia, as well as in summits, we also know that a lot of our leaders, that's why they're here, they're also expecting things in return. And so with that, this is what the community is all about. We give and we take. We give and we take. That's why we say achieve freedom by changing lives around the world together, but starting with your own life, perhaps. Starting with changing the lives of you and your family. Because ultimately, and at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. Knowing and understanding that you are not alone. Knowing and understanding that the true value is not at the summit, right? At the pinnacle of the success, not when you're at the top, but knowing that we are a team, whether we are at the top together or at the bottom. So to have a very long-winded answer to your question, Xing Yu, the most valuable lesson from the last 24 hours is the experience itself. The experience of knowing whom we can count on and knowing that we can count on you and at the same time, you can count on us. The experience of knowing that when things go wrong, they will go wrong and what we will do about it. The experience of knowing that when things are happening with us together, that we know exactly what it takes to reach that next step. And reaching that next step is ultimately that next goal. In life, whether or not you want to think about it, many things are put in your way. The obstacles, the challenges, the personal things that happen in your life, And guess what? They're all stepping stones. They're all there to teach you and give you experience on what it is that you need to do in certain times of your life. If it's meant to be, it's up to me, right? If you're not going to be doing anything about it, then nothing is going to happen and it won't be meant to be in the first place. Now, in my presentation yesterday or early this morning, depending on where you are, early this morning for me, I think it was at 1 a.m., I ended, right, with the message that we're really not going to know what's going to happen tomorrow. We have no idea, how much time each of us have left. Why wait on something to do when you can take action on that today? And I know that many of us were kind of glued to our YouTube channel and maybe to our Facebook pages for the past 24 hours or so. And this has been our world for the past 24 hours. But I do want to share, for those of you who might not know, that our neighbor in Korea, actually something tragic happened overnight last night our time, and it has to do with a Halloween party on the streets that went terribly wrong. Okay, and as a result, now I think over 150 people have unfortunately lost their lives as a result of this tragedy, many of whom were teenagers or 20 plus year olds, because they were party goers, right? They were at the bars and they wanted to have a good time. They were dressed up. And this just goes to show, right? I mean, all these kids, all these youngsters with their entire lives ahead of them, with their dreams ahead of them, planning, what am I going to do with my career? They have dreams and aspirations of becoming singers, the next BTS, the next, Blackpink or whatever else. And they want to become famous and they wanted to do YouTube. They want to become influencers and film stuff on TikTok and do whatever it is that they want to do in their lives, and now has been stripped away from them. It is yet another huge example that time waits for no one. Success and money, it loves speed. Yes, absolutely right, if that's where your mind is focusing on. But success is what you define it to be, right? It can be about money. It can be beyond money. It can be what you would be doing in your life. And for me, what I shared is yesterday, right? I said that, for my definition of success is the ability to be able to impact lives. So that at the end of my life, when I have the inability to open up my eyes anymore, just like my father, where there's so many people around the world traveling just to be there with you in the last moment of your life, because of the impact that you've made on them, because of the respect that you've earned, right? And it's that kind of motivation that inspires me to continue to propel forward in my mission to do what I'm doing. And I am so proud. I am so proud that we have a team right now who continues our mission together, with or without me, right? For the better part of the last 24 hours, it was them running the show. It was them on the driver's seat, on the pilot seat, and running the mission of changing people's lives with a very minimal contribution before, during, and even going to be after, right? On what we do next. Very, very little contribution on my part. But the thing is, we know that we are not alone. We know that we're doing this together. And the really, really important message that we need to work together to accomplish is to know that in Chinese we say, well, in Cantonese we say 周人要及時, which means that if you're going to be a person who is going to do what you're destined to do, and you have dreams that you want to follow, you have goals that you want to accomplish, you need to do it while there's still time. You need to do it while you still have the capability to do it. Do not wait until it's too late, because we have no idea when too late is going to be. One day, you're out there and you are attending a party with your friends. The next thing, you'll never know, a giant stampede happens, mass shooting happens, accidents happen. You never know, right? You never know what the higher power, whatever or whomever it is that you believe in, has in store for you, what the plans are. The only thing that's guaranteed is your now. So, what are you going to do now? Not tomorrow, not next year, not 5 years from now, or 10 years from now, or when things get better, or when I start getting results, or when I start making money, or when there's a better time, or this and this and that. Everything is an excuse. If you're not making a decision to do something now and to take action now, everything else can be put aside, because if you're not doing it right now, you might as well not do it ever. You might as well not do it ever. And so when we're talking to our team members, we're very strict. And we say, if you're not going to be taking action, if you have no plans on being consistent, don't waste your time. Don't waste our time, because we're going to be putting attention on you. We're going to be putting focus on you. We're going to be spending time with you. If you don't have plans to be taking action anyway, you're not serious enough. You're not treating this like a business. You're treating us as an option, as a hobby, as something that you might want to do in your spare time if there's nothing else better to do. Then don't waste everyone else's time, because those who are here, they are serious. And if they cannot depend on you, right, then unfortunately, there's no room for you in our community, right? This is something where we all need to absolutely share in that focus, in that commitment. It's easy to say yes. It's easy to say I'm in. It's easy to say take action. It's another thing to actually do it. So this entire time, for the last 24 hours, right, we've been sharing with you an experience of a lifetime. We've been sharing with you about how to get started. We've been sharing with you internet marketing strategies, the right mindsets to actually get into that. But before we actually let you go, I want you to start thinking ahead, okay? Because we mentioned this, right? Everything that we're sharing with you is the fundamental. If you cannot even grasp the fundamentals, the core, then don't even worry about the next steps. Worry about the fundamentals first. You got to walk, right, before you can learn to run. So with that, I want you to start writing down your longer term goals. Do you eventually want to become a mentor? Do you eventually want to share in our passion of changing lives around the world together as a team, as a community? Do you want to be a coach? Do you want to be a speaker, perhaps, taking on the virtual stage or an actual platform stage? Do you want to be a trainer with whatever expertise that you have right now or will learn within this community, so that you can train and help other people around the world? Do you want to focus on helping others while probably leveraging on one of the top paid careers or business opportunities in the world as a sales professional? Whether you want to do one-on-one sales, or whether you want to do platform sales from the stage, or whether you want to do group coaching sales, right? Yes, you will be able to help people, but at the very same time, you will be able to make a lot of money with that. Are all of these bigger parts of your long-term goals? If it is, type in yes inside of the comments. Type in yes inside the comments, because for a very long time, we've been talking about the Groove Asia community. We may have shared with you about our live events coming up as part of the Summit community. But what we've also mentioned is an invitation for you to be the next business partner, the next potential internet millionaire, the next person that we will be glad and proud and motivated to call you a partner within our team, a shareholder in our companies when you're ready, right? A fellow co-trainer, a co-host, a speaker when you're ready to share the big stages with the top veterans in the world when you're ready, right? If this is a part of what you want to do, then I want to invite you, if you haven't already, okay, to first and foremost, fill out that application, that invitation that we have shared with you to join our Protege program, okay? Because the Protege team, that's where it's at. Ask any one of our proteges, not just about the training, but the potential opportunity that's in front of them. Many of them They are in line, especially with the wrap up of our most recent training. They are in line to get this, right? If you know about Groove, you might know that Mike Filsaime is the CEO and the founder of the entire company. So as you can imagine, he makes a lot of money. The company pays him a lot, right? Imagine now that with our latest training and with our latest opportunity that we've presented our proteges, many of them, if not all of them, and I can't complain, I am one of them as well. So is Qing Yu, and so are some of the many of the leaders that you saw inside of this training. We have the opportunity to actually earn more money than Mike Filsaime in his own company. Is that crazy? If you think that's crazy, type in crazy inside the comments. That's unfathomable, right? A CEO of an 8-figure company who obviously would be very, very rich. And he is. He's very, very rich. He makes a lot of money, right? And he goes on public, right? And he says, ever since his very first month of being an entrepreneur, all the way back in 2004, he was very blessed to have earned $75,000 USD his very first month. His very first month. That's how great of a marketer and entrepreneur he is. $75,000 USD his very first month. And guess what? Ever since then, he never made less than that. And this includes his time right here in Groove. So now imagine if you have the opportunity, and who knows how much more he's made since then, since the past 16, 17, 18 years since he made that $75,000 a month, right? Imagine now if you have the opportunity to make even more than that. Do you think that you owe it to yourself to have one simple conversation with, let's say, Qing Yu, with, let's say, myself, with, let's say, any one of our protege team members, our leaders, just to see whether or not this opportunity is suitable for you? Do you think that it's worth it for you to have a chat to see whether or not you're ready to have this level of success, to embark in a once in a lifetime opportunity that may or may not be able to come back? And especially with no guarantee of next year, no guarantee of next month, no guarantee of tomorrow, and definitely no guarantee that when we take this opportunity away, if ever it might come back again. If you think that it's worth it for you to have this conversation and have this chat, look on the page right now, grooveasia.cm/protege. Once again, that's grooveasia.cm/protege. Please apply only if you're serious. I cannot tell you whether it's on this Protege program application or a live consultation application or another kind of a partnership application, the kind of nonsense that we see inside of those applications. Oh, I'm only filling this out because, they told me that I should and I don't really want to be here. Right. I'm filling this out because, I'm just curious to see whether or not you're going to respond to me back. I really have no interest in joining your team. Right. And some people say, I know everything there is to know already anyway, but I'm just curious, where this takes me. If you're not serious and you're only curious, this is not the opportunity for you. Don't waste anyone else's time. All right. If you don't think that you don't want to invest in yourself, if you say, I have no time, I'm going to be busy, I don't know if I want to do this, I don't know if I want to invest in myself mentally, I don't know if I want to invest myself financially, I don't know if I want to invest myself in terms of my time and my own schedule, I don't want to improve myself, I want to see, whether or not, how much money I can make with this, and all I care about is myself. I really don't care about other people. I don't care about your vision. I don't care about how we're doing this. Then unfortunately, you're not the right team member for us. Right? So don't waste any time. But if you feel like this is a big part of what you want to do, then once again, I want to invite you, grooveasia.cm/protege. Make sure that it is something that you are serious about. And when you invest in us, we invest in you. When you're serious with us, we are serious with you. When you commit to the success of the team, we commit to your own personal success as well. So if you want that opportunity to make more than Mike Filsaime in his very own company and even beyond that for just one of the many opportunities that is available, take action right now, okay? Because this is something that we're extremely limited on. And so, of course, we want to make sure that this is something that we're very serious about. Now, with that, okay, I want to bring this back over to Qing Yu, because for Mr. Qing Yu, I want to, as we close for the last 30 minutes or so, and maybe we'll end with whomever can come back into the stream. All of our leaders will end with the way that we usually like to end, with one last hello or one last goodbye type of thing. But I do want to invite you to share with any last minute action taking steps and activities that you want, because it's been in 30 minutes, it would have been 24 hours since we first went on live. What is your biggest takeaway, Cheng Yu, over the last 24 hours? What is that message that you want people to be able to get as a result? And more importantly, what's that next step that they need to make? When is the next time that they'll be able to see us? And what is the immediate next thing that they need to do in order for them to ensure that the last 24 hours was not a waste of their time or ours, but something which was definitely time worth well spent? What is your message to our attendees and our audience right here today, Mr. Qing Yu?
Yeah, so we've had an amazing run with the Business Lifestyle Summit, sharing with you all the insights from our leaders and experts and from ourselves as well on exactly how you can design a business, a lifestyle, right? Design it, not live it by default. Okay, you don't want to go through life going with the flow and then seeing where life takes you. You can design your lifestyle, you can design your business, right? And as you can see, together with a team, you can achieve so more. But the most important thing is that you need all of those pillars of success. You need the strong foundations to hold up your business, to hold up your team and your community. And this is exactly what we will be sharing with you in our next event that you can join me together with Simon on the 26th of November, called the Pillar Business Summit. All right. On the screen right now, you will see you can go to the pillarsummit.com right now to secure your free seat. This will be more intimate event. You will be on Zoom with the both of us for an entire day, where we will be sharing with you the skills, the tools, and insights on how you can build the pillars for success for your own personal business. And then, especially if you're still struggling and you're trying to find that golden nugget to the difference that makes a difference, this will be the event for you, right? Because like it or not, all businesses has fundamental principles where if you follow it, you will be able to succeed. Okay, so go to the pillarsummit.com to grab your tickets right now. I can't guarantee that all of the tickets will be available, but we do have additional bonuses and trainings as well when you do sign up. So go to the pillarsummit.com and so that we can meet together on the 26th of November, GMT +8. And the most important thing throughout this 24-hour marathon that we are in, I think one of the key lessons that I really picked up is the power of the team, is the power of community. And I think it's like what Simon shared also in terms of having that commitment and loyalty to go through all of the ups and downs together. Because I believe that in the journey of life and in the journey of business, the challenges are put in place for you to filter out who is the right fit for your business, who is the right fit for your life. Okay, those that will contribute to you and whom you can serve as well together so that you can rise together. Because that's where the strongest bonds are built in times of crisis. how do you act as an individual? How do you act as a team? Do you choose to rise up or do you choose to run? Right? And then when you choose to rise up, that's where all of the bonds are built. And then when you've got that strong bond, you will be a force to be reckoned with together with your team. You will be able to overcome challenges that your competitors, will easily collapse upon, because you can rely on each other. And I believe that with the team that Simon has planted the seeds to build, right, and to grow together, we have a powerful team over here at the Groove Asia Summit Protege program. So again, the link will be on your screen if you would like to learn and grow together with a team of like-minded people who are committed to each other's success. Apply at grooveasia.cm/protege. And then, if you qualify, we will hop onto a call on to the next steps with you. Right. So, with in terms of what do you do in the next steps, with the notebook that you have, with all of the notes that you have, it's a 24-hour session. Start start seeing and identifying. Ask yourself, what is one key takeaway that I can take action on in my life, in my business, that will be the difference that makes all of the difference. Okay? That is the difference that will make all of the difference. Commit to taking action on it. And I would love to hear, what is that one single action point? Share with us in the chat with the hashtag Business Lifestyle Summit. I would love to hear what is that one action item, right? Because it's easy, again, for us to see all of the different strategies, all of the different tools that we can take action on, and then when we see all of it, we'll be like, oh my god, that's just too much. I'll think about it another day. And then you think about it, you think about it, you think about it, and you do nothing about it. I'm sure many of us, and probably all of us, we've been through that. Don't get stuck in that procrastination phase. All right. You have the choice to take, and it's just by doing it one step at a time. And as Tyra said, the journey is just a beginning. Every single moment of our lives is a new beginning, a new opportunity. And I think it's yeah, with what happened in Korea, um yeah, that Simon, that it reminds us that life is precious. Life is not promised to us. There are no guarantees. Make the most out of the now. Take action. Live the life that you want. Speak to your loved ones. Share the message, that you want to share. Right? Don't don't live a life of regret. Right? Out of fear of judgment, self doubt, or whatever. Right? I know that I can die peacefully tomorrow because I know I live every moment, right? Living the life that I want, expressing myself to those whom I love and care for, and I can be at peace. And you can be at peace as well with your life, if only you would choose to honor yourself and what you were meant to put to do what during your precious time on earth, right? So honor yourself, take action, take that next step. Okay, I see Jeevan Jot sharing with us, putting 1% of effort each day in 365 days, and you can expect to be 7 times better than you were. Right, 37 times better than you were. That's the power of compounding. Only 1%, and you can be 37 times the person that you are today. Imagine that. Right? Peter sharing, take action, make positive changes. In this world, we all have a choice. Do we want to make a positive change, or do we want to just take from others? Right. Always remember, win-win, win-win. We want to create a sustainable community. And then I see Tyra sharing, I am the change. I am looking, go out there and be the change. Right. And then I see we've got a George who who has been up for almost 24 hours. We're entering 24 hours right now. Let us just bring George up onto the stream as well. Our magnificent leader and one of our program directors for this 24-hour marathon. George, share with us, how has the journey been with the team and with this event?
I tell you, it's been quite an experience, inclusive of that, with all the preparations that was going on in the background leading up to today's event. We've had multiple dry runs and tech checks, and to Simon's point, we could never have expected what happened towards the last end of the event. But I think adaptability is something that is very key for us to take away from this experience. And I think for those viewers that have been with us for most of the day and evening, and there were two teams that were running in the background. If you guys don't know that, but um, they were very dedicated to fulfilling their roles and supporting each other. And I just have to say that I was just blown away and grateful to be part of this event and to be supported and supporting such a great team. I think everyone did a great job. The speakers absolutely presented great content, and I actually, because I was present for all of the presentations and been awake for a little over 24 hours now, have learned a lot. And hopefully the viewers out there also have learned significantly and will take away and apply those things to their business. So yes, it's been a fantastic opportunity experience.
Thank you very much, George. We appreciate you and all that you've done and continue to do for our community and leading the team. And you know, definitely without the team, we this couldn't have happened. Right, 24-hour event. It is a marathon over here. Right, and then I see another one of our PDs and leaders in our community. Karen is here with us as well. If we could bring Karen on board to share with us how's your journey with the team and the 24-hour business lifestyle summit. Okay, and then I see Karen. We can't hear you at the moment. Yeah. So yeah, do get your audio back on. Um yeah, and then as you can see, we still do face bumps along the way, but we deal with it gracefully, elegantly, and yeah, until everything falls into place. Karen, do we have you right now, Karen?
Uh,
There you go.
well, all right. I'm not sure if I'm okay. There we are. Like I said, it has definitely been an experience in these last 24 hours. I've learned so much in more ways in the front end and the back end. I have stuff still popping up all on my screen, and now I'm kind of afraid to touch anything. I don't want stuff to just go down anymore. Don't want to end anything, so I'm just kind of working around the dialogue box. but yes, this has definitely been an experience, and I believe I have grown so much. Like I grow a lot through going through it and the experience of more than just collecting, as I was in my presentation, just collecting the tools. Now it's time to sharpen the tools that I've collected, and that's just putting everything into practice and implement the things that I have learned. The team has been really, really great. I've been on connected. I can't say I've been totally awake all this entire time, but I've definitely had it on and viewing everyone and listening in on everyone that has presented, and it has been great. It has been awesome. It has really been awesome. Everyone did such a great job. I give applause to all the team, everyone that had presented, everyone that was working in the back end, and thank you, the leaders, Chingu, Simon, Sam, for being like a hands-off kind of thing, because like, oh my gosh, we were relying a lot on you guys on running things and seeing how things were to go, but just to see how we can do it on our own, really stepped up the ladder of making us move forward. So I appreciate that. And to be supportive and really step in when we needed you. That was great. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yes, thank you very much, Karen. Sorry, Simon, did you want to say something? Did I hear you say something? All right, all right. Yeah, so this is what a team, and I believe a business is all about. It's not just about the leaders, it's all about building leaders through the process as well, uplifting and bringing everybody up. And then I see many more of our leaders are coming on. We have Peter in the background. If we could bring Peter up, who shared with us exactly how to build out our e-commerce store, and share with us your journey together with the team and the 24-hour marathon and your session as well, Peter.
Yeah, can you hear me? Awesome. Blown away by the whole summit, actually, and the quality of our speakers and the quality of information and just the materials that they provide. I've learned a lot over this time. I've taken away some real loads of different gold nuggets. I really like Tuk Tuk's presentation and all the different tools that she uses, and so I took a snapshot of that, and I'm making sure I'm going to follow those ones up. Also, just listening to Lara and and her presentation towards the end, she really knows what she's talking about, and I'd say for anybody out there who has gone through some of those things that we all go through. Some of us don't share it as much as we should do, but it's pretty hard to actually work on your own. But having this global team and family, if you like, full of skilled, experienced, and very knowledgeable entrepreneurs as well as proteges, it's really fantastic that you can actually just connect with them and learn more about not only the platform but what they specialize in. I do a lot of e-commerce stuff, but I also do a lot of web group pages, websites, and Nicholas, I learned so much from Nicholas and and his expertise. In fact, I could go on and on and on. Ching Yu, Simon, George, Karen. It's just amazing the quality of people we have in this group. I really enjoyed doing my presentation. One, because it challenges me, and I guess this is what this platform is all about. It challenges you to develop your skills. To look at yourself and say, well, look, you're either gonna take step up to the plate, or just do nothing and not really get anywhere. To developing your skills. So it's really important that if you come in as a protege, that you try and get involved as much as possible where you can. And because we've definitely got the training there, we've definitely got the teachers there. You look at Ching Yu and you look at Simon Ring. They're just international speakers. I mean, we're being groomed up for that too as well, which I think is really great. But so much takeaways from it. Actually, Ching Yu, I mean, it's just I could carry on and on and on, but there's other proteges there waiting in the wings. So yeah, but thank you for the opportunity. Thanks to everybody that's been out there, especially in the posting. It's our YouTube comments, and that has been very, very active, which is really great to see. And you know, we had quite a few people in there as part of this the summit, so it was good to see that as well. But yeah, I just want to say thank you to all the proteges, all my colleagues, really, and to everybody, the audience, and you know, to George, who's done a great job organising this. It's fantastic. It's you know, I guess that little outage we had kind of you know, sort of said it all. It is a raw live event. We don't sort of fabricate anything. There's no sort of like bells and whistles that we put on to make it, to glamorize it. Things happen, and when they happen, it's good to know that we've got people in the background that you know, can get us up and running again. And you know, really, in hindsight, it didn't take too long. So once again, thanks for the opportunity, and it was just an honor to be here and a privilege.
Okay, great. And it's an honor and privilege to have you together with us, Peter. We really appreciate the value that you shared together with us and our community. And I'm sure there's there's a lot of very powerful messages for you with us, with your own personal stories and journey through entrepreneurship and as well. So thank you very much for your kind words, Peter. And of course, we have Nicholas Saint in the background.
Guys, I had leg it out the door, right? Because when you sort of living on your own, you not get a chance to have some nice meals for you, right? So the weather broke. As you can see, that's for the minutes. I legged it out the door to the Chinese at the end of the street, because you know you just can't get much better than that, right? What a great day it's been. 4 hours. Everybody in this room has really fantastic. And I mean, I learned off Peter. I learned off Karen. I learned off Tuck. I learned off Ching Yu. As always, right? It doesn't matter how you know. Always learn more. It's the thing. You get better by applying what you learn. That's the key. With these events, we get so much information at times that there's just no way you can apply it all. You'd be able to apply it all in the next weeks or so, right? So you'll have to go back and you'll have to watch the replays and back through your notes and do things again and again and again. We keep taking is the key here. So, yep. Thanks. I'm going to run, otherwise I'm going to lose I do not my dinner. But thank you all. Thank you very, 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 very much. Greatly appreciate you. And again, Simon, thank you much for help this team. Without you, from the ground up to begin with, my friend, never have happened. And you are changing. And I'm proud person. I know you. And I'm really thankful for being part of Groove Asia and Summit and Summity. And thank you very appreciate you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Nicholas. We appreciate you as well.
Thank you very much for the kind words, Nicholas. And then, as you can see, with the Groove Asia community, the Protege team, and you know the entire community, there's so much love and support going around. And again, if you're interested to be part of the Protege team, right now on screen you will see the application form. It's grooveasia.cm/protege. Feel free to apply, and then if you qualify onto the next step, we'll be hopping onto a call to you to invite you into our community, right? And of course, with the next steps, right? If you want to continue learning and growing together with us, make sure you join us on the 26th of November for the Pillar Summit to build the foundation of success for your business and to elevate your business lifestyle to the next level. Again, the website is thepillarsummit.com. Go over there, grab your free ticket and additional bonuses of 3,000 US dollars and more, with plenty of trainings throughout that, right? And then again, if you haven't joined our community, make sure you've joined our community. All right, if you want to stay in tune with all the latest trainings, upcoming trainings from all of our leaders and ourselves as well, go to grooveasia.cm/social, right? And then join us in our Facebook group, right? With that, from our PDs, George, Karen, is there any final words that you would like to share, or any specific shout outs that you would like to give to any specific individuals? Now is your time. And yeah, your final words to the community and those joining us live right now or on the replay.
Well, I just want to say, I want to thank everyone, like I said, attending, the leaders of Groove Asia, Simon, Ching Yu. Thank you so much for the opportunity and for sharing the opportunities that, being willing to share the opportunities that come through you to us, and giving us this platform to grow. And for all of my partners and colleagues that are growing with me, we're going to do this. I feel so blessed and so honored to be in this organization and working with the people that I am working with in here. And I look forward to working with anyone else who would like to join us on our mission. And if our mission is resonating with you, we would love to have you in our community. Like you say, we can go to grooveasia.cm/protege. I believe that's the link. And come and join us on this mission. Yes, grooveasia.cm/protege, to grow with us and to be ready for the next go round of what's coming down the pipeline, and just as far as life in the community, the world, everything that's coming down the pipeline, put it that way. And we are learning so much, grooming those marketing skills that's going to be able to help those that are in the future, and help businesses, help families, help communities now going forward. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Also, I want to also thank Simon and Ching Yu for your leadership and great support, and also for everyone that's part of the Protege program and who were able to participate, or even from the sidelines participate and support everyone here. I think this whole event was a learning experience for everyone. There were a lot of great treats, nuggets of information. And, I think if you want to really treat yourself to something great and fantastic, I would also draw your attention to getting yourself involved and playing around with a great application. It's called grooveasia.cm. You can get your hands on that software. And I think that is something that we talked about over the past 24 hours in different segments that we've presented by different speakers. I think that would actually be fantastic to support your business. So, as we all know, this weekend is also Halloween. And unfortunately, we also have some gremlins doing some tech tricks on us. And that's unfortunate. And we just have to roll with it and adapt and keep on moving. And I think that's the whole message about life. You don't know what's expected around the corner, so you just have to adapt and just keep on going. And really happy with how everything, despite some of the tech issues, occurred. I'm very happy that we're able to pull off this 24-hour event. Looking forward to 48-hour event.
Be careful what you wish for, George. Be careful what you wish for. Again, thank you very much, George, our PDs, Simon, for bringing, planting the seeds, nurturing the team, and bringing us all together. All of the speakers, thank you very much. Really appreciate all of the sharing, continuous sharing of the value to all of us. And then I see all of you in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us throughout this live. We appreciate you. Without you, there will be no community. And with you, we will be able to create the change that we want to see in this world. So with that, thank you very much. And we look forward to seeing you at the next event, which is the Pillar Business Summit. Again, the website is thepillarsummit.com. Go over there, and then we will see you on the 26th of November. All right. So I look forward to seeing you at the next event. We are going to play one last commercial, and we are going to say bye for now, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us on this 24-hour marathon.
Everybody wants the prize, but nobody loves the process. Everybody wants to be a champion, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to be a champion. Everybody wants to hold up the trophy and say, man, I did it, but nobody's willing to put in the work that it takes to do it. I love the process. I love the thought of working for what I want. And I firmly believe you're never supposed to wish for it more than you're willing to work for it. Your expectations never supposed to exceed your effort. But a lot of people, they wish, and they're not willing to work. And the great thing about life has a funny way of testing all of us and seeing how bad we really want what it is that we say we want.
What if you get weak along the way and you throw in a towel on yourself, you surrender to your emotions? What then? A lot of people become discouraged, they become frustrated, and they say, oh, what the heck? And they go back to doing what they were doing before, saying it doesn't work.
Take quitting out your vocabulary. Take it out. Cry if you must. Rest if you must. But the worst thing you can do is quit. When you want something bad, you can't count the cost, because if you count the cost and you see how much it costs, you might give up. So you got to go in knowing that I don't count the cost. I do as many reps as it takes. I study as long as it takes. I pay whatever the price is. You get to a point when you don't count it. You just do whatever it takes to get whatever you want.
Put yourself in a position where you can't retreat, where it's do or die, sink or swim. Here's what you'll find out. You'll develop incredible swimming skills. You'll find yourself stroking unlike you've ever seen before. Through the inspiration of desperation, you'll become more creative than ever before. Throw your whole self into it. So as we look at the future, we can decide that from this day forward, as I look at all the dimensions of my life, looking at myself mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, I'm going to do all I can do to develop me.
When you leave, what you fighting for? What's your legacy? What you gonna do? You say you a champ, but do you practice like a champ? You say you a champ, do you fight like a champ? You say you a champ, do you have the mentality of a champ?
The universe responds to the man or woman that refuses to be denied. You've got to be willing to stand there and face disappointment, not have support, doubt yourself sometimes, be rejected again and again and again, and refuse to turn around until life gives it up. Nothing can resist a person that has that kind of commitment.
Hi, this is Simon Liang with GrooveAsia.cm, and on behalf of my business partner, fellow co-founder and COO of the company, as well as our corporate partners at Groove in the US, we want to welcome you to Groove Asia. where our mission is to achieve freedom by changing lives around the world together. In case you don't know, Groove is best known as the top free digital marketing platform in the world. That's because we provide you with all the tools you will ever need, over 20 of them, not only to start, but to run an entire internet marketing business. These are all software tools that online marketers just like you are paying thousands for each and every single month just to set up, promote, and automate their businesses. But here at Groove, you get them all for absolutely free for life. From building your website, landing pages, and sales funnels with simple drag and drop technology, creating your online store with no technical skills of any kind, delivering your content through state-of-the-art membership sites, to selling your products and services with advanced sales systems and affiliate software, then promoting your new online business with email automation, power blogging, video marketing, webinars, live streams, and more. The Groove system makes it all possible, and it's free, saving you tens of thousands every year. That's why it's no surprise that right here at Groove, we are the fastest growing digital marketing platform on the planet with over 500,000 users. As we continue to grow every day, week, and month, surpassing all the leading brands out there. But that's not all. After all, you're here because you want to make money, right? When you sign up for your free lifetime Groove account, you will also become an instant affiliate. That's right. We even have a built-in affiliate marketing opportunity for you to partner with us to make USD online, get paid weekly in potentially recurring income, and possibly earning you up to 50% commissions across multiple tiers. But hey, don't just take my word for it though. Between Groove partners who found success for the very first time with the software and our countless affiliate partners who have generated thousands in commissions, Groove is a revolutionary platform and a world-class community that literally changes lives. Beginner? No experience? Don't know how to get started? No problem. Because digital marketing training is also included for free. This is truly what makes Groove Asia different. Are you ready? Live training multiple times a week, mini courses that walk you through how to get real results, free reports and video content that you can give away, entire marketing pages and funnels built out for you, even full weekend programs normally sold for thousands, 100% sponsored and paid for you by Groove Asia. And as if all of that isn't enough, we have the top community in the world with some of the best leaders to coach and mentor you along the way, private training and group meetings to give you personal updates and secret announcements, plenty of bonuses and resources you will not get anywhere else. Plus, multiple opportunities to build your own teams and work together to lead others and change more lives worldwide in different countries, cultures, and languages. Yes, we truly are a global community. Do you see the potential yet? There are plenty more ways for you to learn all about Groove Asia right here on this site, on our FAQ, frequently asked questions page, any one of our social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, and especially inside of our private Facebook group. So make sure you're a part of all of that so you don't miss out on anything. But if you ask me, there is no better way for you to take full advantage of everything we have to offer other than to check it out for yourself right now, because you truly need to see it to believe it. So take action right now to sign up for your free lifetime account. Let us know if you have any questions, and we will see you on the inside right here at grooveasia.cn. Hi, this is Simon Liang with grooveasia.cn. Are you already a part of the #1 community in the world? If not, do so right now for free training and support, along with live sessions to help you succeed. Start now by joining us in our private Facebook group and get more exclusive video content on our YouTube channel. Make sure to like and subscribe with notifications turned on for all updates. Join our community right now. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the inside at grooveasia.cn.